Why do Japanese consumers demand perfection? Americans love convenience. And Filipinos balance price with family values? From psychology to politics, and even global trade rules. Let's uncover what really drives consumer behavior and why K-pop merchandise sells out worldwide.
So, good day everyone. We are now on week 7 lecture Global Consumer Behavior. Consumer behavior is the heart of international marketing. It explains why people buy, what they buy, and how they decide. But behavior is not uniform. Japanese consumers demand perfection, Americans value convenience, and Filipino balance aspiration with practicality. This diversity makes understanding consumer behavior across countries a critical tool for global marketers. Now let's discuss the foundation of consumer behavior. We have culture, consumer behavior, Maslow hierarchy of needs. Let's go now to culture. What is culture? Culture shapes values, customs, and rituals that drive buying habits. Example, Filipino prioritize bulk purchase during fiestas because of the cultural emphasis on community fees. So, alam naman natin, pag sa fiesta, kailangan bumisita ka sa bawat bahay ng iyong mga kaibigan o kamag-anak. Because for us, if you do not visit them, even if you have eaten in one of your relatives' houses, it is an insult. So, that's how culture is shaped, no? Another one is consumer behavior. This is one of the foundations of consumer behavior. So, it is defined as a study of individual or group decisions about products and services. Example, the sachet economy reflects Filipino preference for affordability and accessibility. So, ito yung mga tinatawag natin mga tingi, no? We don't, I remember there are small sizes of ketchup, small sizes of condiments, and small sizes, bottled sizes of coffee. Now we have what? Sachets. Now this is what we call the sachet economy. Filipinos love that. Why? Because it helps them budget, no? The small income that the Filipino receives. No? Now, another foundation for consumer behavior is Maslow hierarchy of needs. So, this was developed by Abraham Maslow. So, consumer buy based on stages of need. So, the first one is the psychological need, the safety need, social need, esteem, and self-actualization. So, the psychological needs means that you have first to satisfy the basic needs, no? Like food, shelter, and clothing. Now, after you have satisfied this, you go on to the next level, and that is education. But the weakness of this Maslow hierarchy of needs is that not everyone has different priorities. For example, some of us would rather not eat just to buy a high-end clothes or shoes, no? Ito yung weakness ng Maslow. But sabi naman ni Abraham Maslow, this is based on samples of great people like presidents and famous rich people during the time when Abraham Maslow conducted this research. So, if I base this on lower kinds of individual, then the output of the research will also be based on the preference of the unproductive members of society. But anyway, if we put that in a Philippine context, it means that, say, example, affordable smartphones meets the safety and social needs. Diba? But if you have some money to spend, we have the iPhones that satisfy esteem and self-actualization. Now, let's go now to the influences on global consumer behavior. So, what are they? No? We have social norms, aspirational buying, price sensitivity, brand loyalty. Now, let's go on with the concept. What is social norms? It is the peer pressure and community influence that shapes decision. Example, in the Philippines, we have milk tea shops flourish as students follow group buying behavior. Diba, minsan pagka yung isang kaibigan, sabi, pag milk tea tayo, o Starbucks. So, we go to what? Peer pressure. Kahit naman ayaw mong mag-Starbucks, ayaw mong uminom ng kape, or mag-milk tea, you're being influenced by peer pressure. Diba ganon? Dahil sa yung ating ugali na pakikisama. No? We go with the flock. Another one is aspirational buying. So, consumers buy products to reflect status or lifestyle. Siguro, alam natin yan. No? Well, in the Philippines, no, the middle-class families invest in designer bags despite financial limits. Meron din, no, in the lower class, no, we go to what? Ukay-ukay or the thrift shops. No? We look for old but still usable items like designer clothes and bags. In Japan also, they have that, no? They have this thrift shop, but it has very expensive, well-branded clothes and bags, no? Andun yung Louis Vuitton. It's really genuine, pero yun nga lang mga luma. So that is what we call aspirational buying. Now let's go now to another global consumer influence concept and what we call price sensitivity. Consumer adjusts purchases when prices rise or fall. So another factor that affects consumer behavior around the globe universally, of course, is price sensitivity. Filipinos switch to local rice brands when imported rice becomes expensive. Or pwede nating sabihin na kung medyo talagang taghirap na, sometimes during the pandemic, no, I remember, maraming school na nag-online at sabi ng ibang magulang, bata ka magbabayad ng too much tuition fee, where in the way they manage students just online. I better transfer my child to a least expensive and affordable school rather than pay for a high expensive school where they just conduct classes online. Okay, so another one is brand loyalty. So another worldwide, no, universal consumer behavior influence / concept is brand loyalty. So what is the meaning of this? Long-term commitment to a favorite brand. Yan. So in the Philippines, despite McDonald's, Filipinos stay loyal to Jollibee, viewing it as a family. So marami, no? For example, when we're still young, and even when our parents, no, where do we buy our medicine? Of course, in a strong branded company like Mercury Drug. Okay, and if you like to shop, no, sino ba talaga yung kilala natin, no? Yung mga mall, SM Mall. So doon tayo pumupunta because of what? This brand, long-term brand commitment o yung favorite brand. Okay, shoes, we have Adidas, no? Pag sinabi mong Adidas, it's a symbol of quality, and also in our local brand, no? Shoes, no? If we know that it is from Marikina shoes are known for the leather craft. So ganon, marami, no? This is really strong in our culture, brand loyalty, and also we have regional loyalty. Diba? Kaya nga hindi yata it's only my opinion, no? It's not based on research, but sometimes we try to classify us for Ilocano, Bicolano, di ba minsan meron mga tumatakbo sa Congress, Ilocano Party, and things like that, no? So we are this one of global consumer behavior. No, only in the Philippines, local consumer behavior. So again, global consumer behavior, universally we have, that is applicable to the globe, no, around the world, no? This is social norms. We have aspirational buying, price sensitivity, and brand loyalty. Okay. Now, let's go now to global forces that influence consumer behavior within local context. For example, globalization of taste, no? Exposure to international media influences local demand. So what do you mean by that? So In the Philippines, we have the K-dramas that is fueled by the Korean skin craze. Okay, so what we see in social media, for example, the K-dramas, and we see their nice complexion, and we know that is based on Korean skincare craze, no? The beauty care products. That's why Koreans are really like a symbol of perfection when it comes to beauty. Okay, so Filipinos research that, and they learn that the Koreans are really well known for their skin care. Okay, then comes consumer trust. No, trust in safety and quality is vital. For example, in the Philippines, Filipinos rely on Mercury Drug over unverified sellers. Diba? Minsan merong near to in a neighborhood, we have a drugstore, but we still prefer to buy from Mercury Drug or South Star Drugstore, yung talagang may brand ng kilala. Because of what? Consumer trust. Another global forces in the local context that influences consumers is digital influence. So what is this? This is the online reviews, influencers, and social media drive buying. Example, in the Philippines, we have TikTok, no? And TikTok influencers boost sales on Shopee and Lazada. Siguro nakikita natin yan, no? Merong mag-scroll tayo sa TikTok, tapos merong nag-endorse ng product. And it happens that they are good in convincing, and that they highlight the product, no, the good characteristics of the product, and it happens that we are looking for it. So yun, talagang malakas sila maka-influence. Also in YouTube, no, there are advertisers pay big money to good influencers, no, to endorse their product. Next is structural and regulatory factors. Okay, we have the World Trade Organization, WTO. They promote free trade, lowering tariffs, and opening markets. So what is the effect of that in the Philippines? Now, we have cheaper electronics in malls due to reduced trade barriers. So, siguro nakikita nyo yan. Diba? Minsan kahit na hindi kilalang product, but the same yung function, it is really affordable, except for the branded. Kasi nga, lahat ng mga products, mababa yung yung halaga, no? Except for the branded, syempre mahal. Pero yung mga generic cheaper electronics good, could be what? Very competitive. Dr. Kamit, you may ask, why is it that the branded electronics are quite still, no? Even if there is WTO, still it's not really competitive. It has a premium price, because the answer is it's because of the brand. They capitalize on its strong brand equity. May pangalan. Compared dun sa wala, they are competing in price. Next is legal environment. So laws and regulations protect consumers. Like in the Philippines, RA 7394 ensures proper labeling, banning unsafe products. That is the legal environment. Now, in economics, we could cite the income elasticity. So what is this? So when demand rises or falls with income changes. So if income is, for example, in December, where the most of the consumers, the working class, receives their bonuses, of course, demand will go up for all products. After December comes January, you will see the fall of demand. Now think, why is it so? Because a lot of people has already spent their money, their bonuses, on gifts and Christmas festivity. Kaya yung demand bumababa na ng January. So expect after comes January, February, there will be sale, no? So alam niyo kung kailan kayo bibili. Now, psychological and perceptual dimension. Let's go to the psychological perception. Consumer assign value based on branding, packaging, and quality. Example, Goldilocks cakes are seen as premium compared to generic bakeries. So if you put a test, no, you buy a cake from a ordinary bakery, well-made cake in an ordinary bakery, and try to put that side by side with a Goldilocks cake. how among you could tell that this is from Goldilocks and this is from the neighborhood's bakery? Yun ang ibig sabihin ng consumers, no? Usually look for the branding, the packaging, and the quality that influences their behavior to buy or not to buy. And last one is global trend adaptation. No? Local markets quickly follow international fads. Okay? For example, in the Philippines, K-pop albums and merch sell out instantly in Manila, reflecting emotional attachment and fandom culture. So, siyempre, if the K-pop are so, famous, they usually could influence, no, K-pop merch and products reflecting emotional attachment and fandom culture. So, hindi lang yan. Merong mga anime, no? Sometimes, we love anime like Demon Hunter. And this Japanese anime influences a fad. And some people collect anime figures. Okay, next is cross-country consumer behavior. Let's see. No? In Japan, consumers demand quality and safety, often willing to pay a premium. So in Japan, really, I've been there. They're really particular about what quality of the things. For example, the ice cream, if you put it like that, no, it will not melt. And it's not that sweet, it's not that bland, it's in the middle. You go to the convenience store, everything is packed. When you buy a simple candy or a simple merchandise, as if you're buying a Rolex watch, where it is really packed, no? Ang ganda ng wrapping, ang ganda ng ano, but you are just buying a simple product. Because the Japanese consumers demand quality and safety. In the United States, individualistic culture emphasizes convenience and brand-driven purchases. So, nakikita nyo dyan, no, yung kanilang mga products ad, no? Like for example, yung iPhone. iPhone is an American brand, no? Andun yung kanilang ad, no? Yung being what? Different. Diba? Ang iPhone, think differently, sabi ni Steve Jobs. You could see that ideology in their what? Advertising. In the Philippines, family-oriented, it must be price-sensitive, but highly influenced by global trends and diaspora of income. For example, in the ad of Jollibee, makikita niyo how family-oriented it is and really very affordable if you look at the prices on the menu. Okay, global forces. Okay, we have economic indicators. Okay, this also influence consumer behavior like inflation, currency exchange. So, influence affordability. Like for example, Japan, the reason why they experience high tourism is because of their weak currency, the yen. Political agreements like WTO, open markets and shape product flow, of course. And the legal environment build or erode trust in the products. When we say legal environment, it is what the government rules and regulation comes to trade. Okay? For example, if the Philippines will not crack down on counterfeit or fake goods, for example, specific example is the Christmas lights. No? Pag wala daw yung PS mark, okay, bibili ng mga Christmas light na walang PS mark dahil madali po yung masunog. And it's proven, no? So, product safety. PS mark is the product safety of the DTI. So, that influences global force. Now, let's go to psychological theory in action. First is the Maslow needs, no? So, it explains consumer motivation across nations. So, Maslow does not only apply to the Philippine culture or consumer, but it applies to all consumers around the globe. Okay? The theory of planned behavior. So, what is this? Attitudes, social influence, and perceived control drive decisions. So, in the Philippines, Filipino increasingly buy eco-friendly products due to rising environmental awareness. So, sometimes it is being influenced by the legal environment. Diba? Minsan nga, pupunta ka sa Pure Gold, yung sabi nila, o pupunta ka sa DIY na sasabihin sa'yo, every Monday or Wednesday, you have to bring your own shopping bag, no? So, yun, no? Pwede kang yung recyclable bag. So, this is being influenced by what? Environmental awareness. Or in Makati, they forbid the use of plastics. Diba? Dapat paper bag. Okay. Now, let's go to some case analysis for students, no? Why K-pop merchandise sales globally? So, probably, it could be cultural appeal, no? It combines music, fashion, and identity. Emotional branding, fans from belonging and status through merchandise. Next is digital ecosystem. So, because of where K-pop is shown, like social media, it amplifies the reach worldwide. So, parang minamarket ng social media yung K-pop. In the Philippines, the BTS merchandise sells out in Shopee and Lazada, as Filipino fans see it as both belonging, social needs, and esteem status symbol. In conclusion, understanding consumer behaviors about connecting global theories with local realities. Whether it's Filipino choosing sachets of practicality, Japanese consumers valuing perfection, or Americans chasing convenience, decisions are shaped by culture, economics, politics, law, and psychology. Okay? So, a class activity could be, addressed to my class, analyze why K-pop merchandise sales globally. Again, why K-pop merchandise sells globally. Relate it to cultural globalization, consumer psychology, and the 15 key concepts that I'm about to post in our FB group. Again, this is Dr. Tamit, and hope you learn something, and see you in the next session. Thank you.